Alright guys, welcome back to Conquer and Commander. Today we're going to be looking at a deck or a game featuring my Chorus of the Conclave deck. I'm going over some of my old Selesnya decks, and this is one of my, I guess, kind of recent ones. I don't know, maybe it's a year old. That's not, I guess it might be a year old. Anyways, I'll put a link to the deck list in the video description as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at my opponents. Azusa, Lost But Seeking, Mono Green Stompy. You know, she's going to play a lot of lands and bust out a lot of dudes, so we'll see what she does. After her, we've got Zedruu the Greathearted, which usually gives you some sort of like really nasty stuff like Pyromancer Swath or I think Steel Golem. And there's other stuff as well, Celestial Dawn. This guy is actually playing the precon straight out of the box. And he says he bought it like an hour before this game, and he's had fun with it. But my recollection of when I was playing with this precon was I was very frustrated with it, and he actually seems to be doing okay with it. So after him, we've got Darigaaz, the Igniter, one of the old school IPA legendary dragons who can do really good against monocolored decks, specifically Azusa. So we'll see what he does. This chorus deck is mostly like a kind of like just a Selesnya good stuff kind of deck. You know, it's supposed to have a lot of low cost dudes to really be able to add counters to later on in the game if the game lasts that long. When I first made this deck and printed it and played it, Primeval Titan was a legal card, and I ended up taking the Titan out for Wolfir Silverheart, who's just a big beater. Looking at my hand, I've got 3 lands, and I was thinking about tossing it back because it's not the fastest hand, but I have Mirran Crusader, and specifically because I'm playing against Azusa, this seems like a good card to have. So I go ahead and keep it. And Zedruu starts things off. I draw into Kasali Pridemage. I was thinking about playing the Secluded Step first, but I know that this deck has Life from the Loam in it, and if I can cycle it, I'll be happy to do that. I can also Eladamri's Call for some sort of mana ramp dude next turn if I really need it. Not a whole lot going on the first 2 turns. I draw into a forest, so I can call for like Yavimaya Elder or something. Court Hussar comes out. Obviously that guy comes up, and that's when I'm like, hey, is that the precon? And the guy's like, yeah. Civic Wayfinder for Azusa. Eladamri's Call for Stoneforge Mystic, and I play it. So at this point, I'm not really worried about like my mana situation because I've got 4 lands now, Oracle of Moldiah, and I use the Mystic to search up Behemoth Sledge, and I play the Step at this point. Darigaaz uses Cultivate to ramp a little bit. Zedruu puts Vow of Duty on my Stoneforge, so that's good. She's going to be a little beater now, and she has Vigilance. Azusa plays Kodama's Reach. I go ahead and go after Azusa just so that he doesn't have somebody to blow up, make big. I'm not getting any more land, which is a little frustrating, but I play Oracle of Moldiah, and that reveals Nature's Resurgence in the top of my library. Alright. So, Darigaaz plays Chromatic Lantern and Champion's Helm. So that's interesting. Zedruu attacks Darigaaz with his Hussar. He does nothing. You have my Elder for Azusa. Okay. So I draw my Nature's Resurgence because this is a very creature-heavy deck. I attack Darigaaz. Azusa sacrifices his Elder, her Elder. And then I forgot an Ancient out there. And I'm inviting a Wrath at this point. But I'm not really worried about it because I've got a bunch of action in my hand right now. And I've got Nature's Resurgence. This, if there's a Wrath that comes, this is essentially a Harmonize for me. And there is a Wrath in the form of Darigaaz, Breath of Darigaaz that was kicked. Deals 4 damage to each creature, and that kills everything on the board. That's fine, though. Zedruu plays Martyr's Bond, which is one of the more potent cards in that deck. Azusa finally comes out because she's got 10 cards in hand. And plays 3 forests, and then plays Garruk. And uses the beast making ability, and that's it. So I finally draw into Kodama's Reach. I get 2 lands, and then I play Kasali Pride Mage. And I put it out there even though I'm not able to actually blow anything up right now. Darigaaz comes out to play and gets Champion's Helm on him. Zedruu plays the commander. Alright, Azusa comes out and plays Sylvan Primordial. That's going to blow up one of my lands, it's going to blow up Champion's Helm, and it's going to blow up Martyr's Bond. Luckily I don't have any enchantments out, but nobody else does either, so that doesn't really do a whole lot against everybody. It does set me behind on the mana race, though, unfortunately. I'm getting... Everybody else has more mana, including the Zedruu player. And I remember this deck only has like 34 land in it, so that's really frustrating. Azusa plays Green Sun Zenith for 3, getting Predator Ooze, which is a lot of fun. Alright, fine. So there's Beast Within. I go ahead and play my Mirran Crusader, and I sit back just to have the blocker. Darigaaz, interestingly, I guess it's not that interestingly, because Sylvan Primordial can block him now, goes after Zedruu. And Zedruu plays Whirlpool Whelm. And I think Zedruu actually wins the clash. Yeah, he does. And he puts Darigaaz on top of his library. So Darigaaz plays Consuming Vapors, targeting Zedruu to get rid of his commander. So Zedruu on his turn plays Prison Term on Sylvan Primordial. Alright. Azusa plays Woodfall Primus. And he blows up the Prison Term. So that now the Primordial can attack. And he untaps some lands. Plays Silklash Spider. And goes after Zedruu. That's interesting. Doesn't attack anybody with the Primordial. I go ahead and play Wolfhill Silverheart, and I soul bond with Mirran Crusader, who's in a 7/7 with the Exalted trigger, double striker, and I go after Azusa. Garruk can ultimate on his next turn, but I have enough life where I'm not too worried about it, especially with the Silverheart as a blocker. Azusa is obviously an issue, and I knock him down to 22. Consuming Vapors targets me, and at first I'm kind of annoyed, because I'm like, dude, why didn't you target the Azusa player? But obviously the Azusa player would have picked the Woodfall Primus, and it wouldn't have affected him at all. So, yeah, that's the proper play. Darigaaz attempts to come out. But he gets hindered. So, yeah. that's bad for the Darigaaz player. Murmurs from Beyond reveals not anything interesting. God, I don't even remember what I gave him. It wasn't anything interesting or good. Oh, you know what it was? It was Spell Crumple. It was Spell Crumple is the card that he put in his hand. And like a land or something like that. Because I figure we need help from Azusa. So Azusa goes ahead and plays Soul of the Harvest. And then plays Giant Adaphage, which is a fun card actually. And then he follows that up with Concordant Crossroads. Where all creatures now have haste, including his Adaphage. So he goes after everybody but me, except for me with the Woodfall Primus. I go ahead and let that damage go through. You know, I think he's trying to play a political move by showing that he's not going to kill me. And I'm assuming he's hoping that I'm not going to attack him with the Crusader. I'm still not getting a whole lot of land here, but he's a severe threat right now, and so I've got to go ahead and take him out. He's just got too much stuff going. I go ahead and attack him with my double striking Mirran Crusader, knocking him down to 10, and I decide to hold back, and I can Beast Within his Garruk, and I can source or Path to Exile any problematic creature. Darigaaz does nothing. Zedruu plays Azorius Guildmage, which is probably pretty good in this instance. So before Zedruu's turn, or before Azusa's turn, I go ahead and Beast Within Garruk, because I don't want him ultimating right now. I was kind of hoping somebody else would deal with Garruk, but obviously nobody did. So now he can't use the Overwhelm ability. And then Zedruu screws up and uses the Azorius Guildmage tap ability on the Guildmage. But he does have the ability to tap down one more creature. It doesn't matter, because essentially what happens is Zedruu spreads out all the damage amongst everybody, except he sends the Primus again after me, just in case I block with the Silver Heart. I decide not to. This is enough to kill off the Zedruu player and knock down the Darigaaz player to 20 life. And he makes another Adaphaged. This does leave him vulnerable to the Crusader, but he taps out to play Darksteel Colossus. And at this point I was thinking, well, I guess I could leave him alone, but honestly he's got enough on the board to kill me right now. So I've got to go ahead and Path to Exile Colossus so that he doesn't have any more blockers. And he ends up saying later that he has Beast Within in hand, and he was thinking about blowing up the Wolfir Silverheart. But he went for the Colossus instead. So I take him out first with the Crusader, and then I play Nature's Resurgence to draw some cards. There's Life from the Loam. But it doesn't really matter. The Darigaaz player, I guess, has nothing and taps out. And so I go in. At first I play Behemoth Sledge and I put it on the Silver Heart because Crusader has double strike or protection from green. And that's enough to take out Darigaaz player. So I was having a little bit of mana problems, but I was about to start not having mana problems anymore with Life from the Loam. So yeah, I never cast the chorus, but, you know, I managed to pull it off in this game. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the game. Thanks.